So while I was going through the program, the title is something that is quite intriguing. The CXO Playbook. Why the name CXO Playbook, sir?
CXOs are normally CEO minus one, CEO minus two people who are looking to make that next leap to the corner office. And frequently, that is a leap too far for many people. And our program would like to make a contribution in helping people to make that leap through the lens of applications of behavioral science and management. Why the lens of behavioral science and management? Because behavioral science now has applications across functional areas. It doesn't matter whether you are a CFO or a CMO or a CHRO or a chief design officer or a chief play officer or a chief spiritual officer. If the idea is to get into the corner office, then how does one leverage behavior change? Essentially, the job of a CEO is to get behavior change. And therefore, what are some dimensions that one can take from behavioral science and apply it to the different situations that different CXOs go through, and to be able to use that to try and enhance the capabilities and skills of the CXOs, and therefore the CXO playbook. Here are some things that you can do.
That is very interesting, sir. So, sir, how do you think that linking behavior and choice architecture of interventions, to business or to management will be helpful for organization performance?
So, what is choice architecture? In any given situation, a CXO will have the option of taking two or three actions. And each one of these actions lies in a context. There is a team, there are people, there is the market, or there are machines, or there are people. And so that forms the overall context in which a choice has to be made by the person. And so, therefore, the choice architecture, in a manner of speaking. Since the idea of the program is to help people achieve behavior change amongst their team, amongst their colleagues, amongst their subordinates, teams, and so on. So, therefore, the right kind of intervention in that choice architecture will achieve the right kind of change in behavior that is required. Maybe I need to get my salespeople to be more effective in a COVID like situation. Maybe I need to get my designers to become more creative. Maybe I need my CHRO or my human resource team to be able to figure out a way to have the right HR policies in a way that is acceptable by a whole bunch of people. And so, therefore, if I'm able to do the right interventions through the CXOs, hopefully the performance of the organization will also improve, because ultimately the right kind of behaviors by the right set of people in the organization is what leads to organizational performance.
So, sir, this program would be beneficial to mostly the CXOs. But apart from it, if you wanted to say, who can be the participant?
So it is primarily targeted at CXOs, people who want to be able to get into the corner office in a short span of time by being able to think of and design and implement the right kind of actions to achieve the behavior change. It is also suitable for people, I think, in the central and group A services of the government in our country, with around 10 to 15 years of experience. Because to me, a lot of the central services and the group A services officers in that level of experience have gone through many situations with many other typical CXOs also would have gone through. If anything, on a much larger scale also sometimes, a district magistrate, for instance, or a typical railway officer who is handling 20,000 people within 5 years of joining the service and so on. So those are the two primary categories of people that one is looking at. The first is CXO level people from organizations, corporate organizations, largely, and the second is government officers with somewhere between 10 and 15 years of service under their belt, where they have seen and experienced many situations which would be the equal to of what CXOs and corporates go through, at least in terms of the uncertainties faced, the kind of span of people dealt with, the kind of decisions that you have taken, and the implications of those decisions. So, I'd like to welcome you guys to the campus. The IIM Ahmedabad campus is a very beautiful campus, now more than 60 years old. And the campus has two parts to it: the heritage old campus, which is very green; the newer campus, which has come up in the last 15 years, also on its way to becoming green. The old campus, of course, is an architectural landmark from Louis Kahn, and I would encourage you to come and visit, see the domes, the brick facades, the large circles, and the new campus, which also replicates some of the features of the old campus. We do have a couple of gyms for those of you who are inclined to continue to maintain their fitness, and lots of places where you can go for long walks. And nearby to the campus, it's easily accessible to main places to see within Ahmedabad as a town. So do come to the campus for the program, Applications of Behavioral Science and Management, a CXO Playbook. As you think about coming to the campus, tell us what you think are some of the challenges that CXOs face, and why you think, or how you think that we can use some insights from behavioral science to help these CXOs. Look forward to your comments.